Hi everyone, welcome to another quick session. In this session, we will discuss authentication methods, strength, and security. But before discussing that, uh, let me mention one more important thing which we have discussed in our previous session about different types. Something you know, something you have, something you are. And I forgot to mention about types. For instance, something you know is type 1, something you have is type 2, and something you are is type 3. So these terms you may see in exam, in CISSP exam. So you should know about we should know about these types, right? So and in CISSP exam, you may get a question about multi-factor authentication, and there could be a option, let's say, from different types and also from the same types, right? So if you have to answer which types uh, fulfill multi-factor authentication requirements, so you need to be very careful while choosing those types. So always multi-factor authentication, we should have two different types. Same types will not fulfill the requirement of multi-factor authentication, but we have already discussed in our previous session. So now let's continue with this session. So this image compares the strength of authentication methods ranked from weakest to strongest. So let's have a breakdown of each column and its associated types factor. For instance, the first one is bad. So for example, password 123, something you know, it is type 1 as we have discussed. So weak due to being guessable or reused. Second is good. That means good password plus SMS, right? And voice. So it is add second factor. So two different types, right? Um, Type 2 something you have. So and but you can see this a line highlighted in red color. NIST recommends against using SMS as a second factor. We will discuss in the end why NIST does not recommend SMS as a second factor. But for now, it is better than only password. So we should have two different types, right? So if we have two different types, uh, password and SMS, so that will be considered good, but it's still not better or best. So the next one is better. So password plus app token, also secure two-factor authentication, multi-factor authentication. Microsoft Authenticator app is type 2. Software, hardware, this is type 2. Software OAuth token, OTP, is type 2 combined with password, right? Password is always type 1. Okay, something you know. The best one is passwordless. Passwordless is authentication uses biometric or hardware tokens, Windows, Hello, Type 3, something you are, Authenticator app, biometric based Type 2 plus 3, and Type 2 with, so here we have Type 2 plus 3. So that is the best approach nowadays, right? So let us summarize those factor types. Factor type 1, something you know, password and PIN, for example. Type 2, something you have, token, mobile app, and token. So, and third is something you are, biometric fingerprint, face, iris, retina. So now the last thing is that what we have discussed earlier, that NIST recommends against using SMS as a second factor. So why NIST recommends this SMS as a second authentication factor? Because it has already been proven vulnerable and exploited in the real world. So, because SMS is not secure, it can be intercepted or redirected using several well-known attacks. So, we will not go into that discussion, uh, but let me tell you just one thing, that vulnerability of SMS, SIM swap attacks. An attacker convinced the mobile company to transfer your phone number to their SIM card, and they now receive your two-factor authentication codes and can access your accounts. Uh, so many cryptocurrency theft happened this way. So therefore, NIST does not recommend that, right? So attacker can also can trick user into entering their SMS code on fake login page. SMS does not prevent main in the middle attacks. So malware on phones, if your phone is infected, SMS code can be read and forwarded by malware. Message forwarding, if someone has access to your Apple ID, Google account, phone backup, they might receive your text too. So therefore, NIST recommends authenticator app like Microsoft or Google Authenticator, FIDO2 security keys, hardware tokens, biometric authentication. These options are not tied to mobile networks and use cryptographic proof that much harder to intercept. So that is very important to understand authentication methods, strength, and security around them. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any question, feedback, please share in the comment section.